A drug scandal, a £1.5 billion black hole and a boardroom in crisis. It hasn't been your average 12 months at Britain's biggest mutual. Today we found out how much of a disaster 2013 was for the cooperative group, and it could hardly have been uglier. A £2.5 billion loss and a warning that the organisation stands at a crossroads in its 150-year history.
This isn't just an accident that took place in 2013. It's actually a reflection of a number of years of poor performance, poor decisions having been taken by previous managements.
The Co-op's losses came from across its business. Just over £2 billion at its ailing banking arm, £226 million at Summerfield, even £13 million wiped off the value of its legal services business. That dire performance is why Lord Miners, the former City Minister, was asked to assess whether the cooperative ideal has a future. Local co-op societies across the country have already rebuffed his prescription, but with a nurse and a farmer among its board members, the mutual may need more than cosmetic changes.
The quality of management is the most important thing in any business. The governance is there to make sure the managers do their job properly, and it also is there to make sure that the owners of the business and their interests are represented properly.
Do you have a membership card?
While battle rages over how the co-op is run, outside investors are sensing an opportunity to pick over its carcass.
The Co-op's pharmacies arm has been put up for sale for about £600 million, while executives say that the grocery chain remains core despite falling sales and profits. Financial investors have also made offers for the funeral care business, one of the group's most prized assets. Meanwhile, the group still needs to find more than £380 million if it's going to retain its 30% shareholding in the Co-op Bank.
And all of these decisions must be made against a backdrop driven by ethics.
It's trying to be one of Britain's great businesses and be a big business when actually it has this very regional, very small town mentality amongst the board members. So really, there's kind of a disconnect there.
The urgency of that task was heightened last month when the group chief executive resigned. He described the mutual as ungovernable, while the ex-chairman of its bank was this week charged with drugs offences. For the Co-op's 7.6 million members and more than 90,000 staff, the pain caused by this reputational fiasco is obvious. Saving this once proud organisation from a slow and public death is a priority, but it's far from guaranteed. Mark Kleinman, Sky News.